In under 5 minutes, this simple toolkit can save you from walking miles home. Flat tires are a common problem in cyclists, so you'll appreciate having the tools to fix it. I'm a lifelong mountain biker who's been racing for a long time, and I've had a lot of flat tires, so I know what I'm doing when it comes to the problem. The first thing you'll have to do is remove the wheel. I'll be removing the rear wheel on this bike because it's the most difficult, and if you can remove the rear, you can remove the front too. Most will require an Allen wrench to either loosen or remove an axle, but some will have a quick release on the side to loosen it with. Before you can take it off, you'll need to shift your derailleur into the highest gear because it will get it out of the way of the chain as the tire comes out. Once you've loosened your axle, REI experts suggest to pull back on the derailleur to get it out of the way, and you can remove the tire. Once the wheel is separated from the bike, you'll need to locate the valve stem, which is where the air goes in and out. Remove the valve cap, and if your tire isn't completely flat already, you can let out the rest of the air by pressing in on this plunger as the tire goes down. Unset the bead from the tire, from the rim all the way around by pressing on it with your thumbs. Then you can use your tire lever to get it between the tire and the rim and pull it over. Most tire levers have hooks to hold it in place while you move the other one. You'll only need to take off the tire on one side to replace the tube. Once it's off, you can start pulling the tube out. Starting opposite the valve stem will be the easiest. Make sure you don't damage the tube because it can likely be repaired and reused in the future. You'll want to check for foreign objects inside the tire to make sure that whatever punctured it is not still there. My resident bike shop owner, John McClure, suggests using a glove or a rag, if you have one, to avoid cutting yourself. Once you feel all the way around inside the tire, you can get out your new tube and prepare to install it. It makes it a lot easier if you put some air in the tube first to help it hold its shape. You want just enough that it is round, but not so much that it makes it hard to work with. This time start at the top by putting the valve stem back through the hole in the rim. Once you get that through, you can tuck the tube inside of the wheel and go all the way around. To get the tire back around the rim, I would suggest starting at the opposite side of the valve stem. You can pull back on it and push it onto the rim with your thumbs for most of the way. Then you will likely have to use a tire lever at the end. Get it in between and push it over like so. But be careful not to pinch the tube against the rim because that will likely cause another flat and then you'll be stranded with the same problem. Take your pump and put it onto the valve stem. You'll likely have to hold it with your fingers to get it all the way on and lift up on the back lever to lock it in place. Park Tool, the manufacturer of this pump, suggests using one hand on the pump and one hand on the end rather than pushing against the valve stem because that will cause it to rip. You'll pump the tire up to your desired pressure. You can usually guess just by using your hand because these won't have gauges on them. It will still get you home. You'll reinstall the wheel the same way it came off, making sure to line up the chain with the smallest sprocket on your gear set. As it drops back in, ensure that your brake rotor lines up in between the brake pads. Then take your tool and either thread the axle back through, or in my case, I just need to tighten it. Once you've put all your tools away, your bike will be ready to ride home. Make sure not to leave anything foreign on the trail. Having the tools and means to change a tube is always a good idea because it will save you a lot of time over walking home. It can save you time, money, it can save other riders, and it will make you have a lot better experience overall. Just remember the main points: preparation, airing down, removing the tire, identifying your setup and your problem, and fixing it. These skills have saved me a lot of grief. Hopefully they can help you too.